What do you know about the mob wife trend?
I know that a lot of powerful influencers are really running with this trend and getting multiple fur coats.
So kind of going off of what you said, my first fact is that the mob wife trend has seen remarkable growth of 2,122% in the last couple of months. So on TikTok, the hashtag mobwife has accumulated an impressive number of views, reaching over 160 million people. And the mobwife aesthetic hashtag has been viewed 130.6 million times.
God.
Why is everybody trying to just be like each
everyone?
other?
I'm sick of it.
And so these people that I guess were on TikTok followed some of these influencers.
Right.
I don't even want to say their names or give them any more attention than they deserve.
Voldemort.
There is one girl in particular who is like known as the mob wife aesthetic CEO. She thinks she's like so cool and badass. Like we're literally glamorizing crime and we're glamorizing a life of that wasn't so easy. You know, being a mob wife, dealing with a little bit of misogyny, dealing with, you know, husbands that might have abused them. It's like this whole weird trend. And so TikTok, these influencers in particular, actually helped this growth. And I have seen this. I wrote an article about this a few months back where seafood sales actually were on the rise because the seafood industry hired influencers to start posting about canned tuna and all these different canned seafood products. And you saw a growth, I want to say it was upwards of 9% just
insane.
from social media posting about it. So it just goes to show the power that we have to either promote a really cruel and an unenvironmentally friendly, if that's the word, option, versus promoting kindness and alternatives. If you like the look of fur, let's just be clear here, you could wear faux fur.
Right. It's not that hard. I mean, it's crazy that these companies reach out. That's insane. I did not know that.
Let's kind of get into vintage. So
Right.
people have this idea that if you buy something that has been used, the damage is already done,
Right.
the animal already died, it's cruel, it's already on the shelf, so you should buy that instead of buying something new.
Right. All my friends fight me on that. They're like, oh my God, Justina, yes, it's leather, but I got it from a vintage shop.
Here's the problem.
And I'm like,
When you walk around the street in that coat promoting that product, nobody knows that it's vintage. You
Right.
are promoting an industry that gasses, electrocutes, and kills animals for vanity. That is what that's saying. That message that you send when you walk on the street in a vintage or not vintage fur coat, you are saying that it is okay to take animals' lives for a fashion statement.
right.
Period.
Exactly.
So another fact that I have about the mob wife trend is that an essential part of it is the attitude.
Is it?
Yes.
God. It's like everybody's an actor these days. They're like putting their costumes on, putting on their fake moods. I'm like, be yourself.
It's
Who
like-
the f- are you?
Little Miss Sally Joe, she's like, let me just put on my little black outfit with a large fur coat and then channel my inner mafia wife.
So weird. Where the heck did that even start from? I'm like, was there? I know there was a mafia movie that came out last year. I think it's called Mafia Mama or something. But I know nobody fucking watched that movie. I watched it. It was hilarious and incredible. But like, I guess it was the fashion industry. But I'm like, why and where did that really like blow up?
Yeah, we're gonna get into the history of it.
Okay.
Because it is really interesting to look at the fur industry as a whole. I mean, when you go back into even the 80s, PETA was really one of the first organizations that started disrupting the fur industry.
Right, throwing like paint and stuff like that on people, which was pretty radical.
Pretty epic, if you ask me.
Pretty epic, but a lot of people started freaking out when it came to like animal activists.
And they also started crashing runway shows, but what this did was it sent a message
Right.
to the public of like, this is no longer socially acceptable. Like,
Right.
I think with fur especially, we know that it's not something that people do 3 times a day like eating. It's a little
Right.
less personal. It's like,
Right.
you don't have to wear that coat and you don't have to because you think it's necessary for nutrition. You're doing it simply for vanity. So I think fur was one of those industries where we could get that message across a little easier, and it became socially unacceptable to the point where we wanted to make people think twice about wearing this. And I think part of social change comes with that uncomfortability. So like 100%. If you're thinking, okay, well, if I wear this on the street, am I gonna get yelled at? Am I gonna get called
Is somebody gonna like throw paint on me?
Oh, absolutely. If I see you, there will be problems.
Oh my God, literally Jamie will be like, is that fur? When we walk down the street, I'm like, oh Lord. But something you have done is say, you're too beautiful to be wearing fur. And I'm like, ooh, that's a good tactic because it's so true. Like Jennifer Lopez, if Jennifer Lopez were to watch this episode, Jennifer, you are way too beautiful to promote dead animals on your body. Are you kidding me? I know you care. I know you have a heart.
I feel like the compliment also helps to kind of throw them off. So like I change my approach based on the person, and depending on how they respond, sometimes I will go off on them.
And
I'll
you
be
go, take it back.
You fur scum, how dare you?
You're like, you're too beautiful to be wearing fur. Fuck you. Like, oh,
Fuck you.
I was like, you wanted me to bust out the mob wife? I'll fucking bust it out right now,
you're
bitch.
like, give me that
Boobs are coming out, okay? You think you're a mob wife? Yeah, you haven't met one side of me, okay?
Whoa.
I'm like, when it comes to defending animals,
Yeah.
game over.
don't play with Jamie. She
No.
will come at you.
No.
Full force.
And hopefully by the end of this episode, you guys understand our frustration from it, because we are looking at an industry that takes beautiful, beautiful animals and turns them into a bag, a jacket, a designs for vanity, for nothing more than somebody to make themselves feel like they're rich or whatever.